is, everybody. It's NASCAR Friday. It's our happy hour. Welcome to the show. That wasn't the intro with you on it, Rye. I feel bad.
Yeah, I retired already.
You know, Jim loaded it up like last week and had a bunch of graphics and all this shit, and I used none of it because I forgot all about it. So this week he doesn't load anything, and I don't blame him a bit. Like, well, they're not going to fucking use it. So it's good to be here, guys. This is our NASCAR show from winnersandwhiners.com. We do it every single Friday. This is, there's four of us here. I am your host. I'm up here in the top left. I'm Scott Steen. I'm the lead handicapper at winnersandwhiners.com. This young fella immediately to my right as you face your radio dial is the one and only Chris King. Below Chris is Rye Cape. Rye is our NASCAR sniper. Good to have Rye here. Also a Philly guy. So, yeah. And then my pal Scott Reichel. We just did our last Back to the Windows show. He's down there in sunny Florida, lapping it up at the Fontainebleau Hotel. Very good. Scott, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. Just looking forward to going through NASCAR. Should be fun. And yeah, let's see what happens.
You feel like a kid like on a snow day, and you've got the flu, and you're just looking out the window and seeing all the other kids fucking going crazy and having a great time. You're sitting there writing articles and doing podcasts, looking out the window, everybody on the beach, like, oh God, I hate my life.
I take my job seriously, so I'm doing what I can to get by one day at a time.
Okay, there you go, one day at a time.
You get by one day at a time.
All right, so it's good to be here. We're going to talk a little bit about another road course. I know everybody's excited about that. We've been not having our best run here lately. Now, we did okay last week as far as getting guys in the top 10, top 15. We picked drivers that did well. We just didn't pick guys that did the ultimate well. So syntax, that's for pussies. JC Stone says, let it roll, fellas. Absolutely. We're going to let it roll. So we were talking a little bit pre-show. Last week, our points, Chris was the winner at 89. Rye had 88. I had 85. Reichel had 81. As far as the money goes, Chris and I each lost 4 hundo. Reichel lost 3 hundo. And Rye, the winner of the group, only lost 170. Congratulations. Very good. So, we had, we were on, Rye was on Blaney. He finished the best. I had Larson. He finished 4th. Chris was also on Blaney, and Scott had Chastain, finished 5th. So all of the drivers we picked to win, top 5 drivers just couldn't get the victory. And in all honesty, I don't know if you guys saw this the same way that I did. Elliott had the best car, and there was no way anybody was going to catch him, no matter how many fucking restarts you had.
Elliott,
I
he was
think
the best
he had
car
the
the entire time.
6th best car.
What?
He got lucky because they had a caution. He stayed out. It was a strategy race. He had the right strategy.
Right, he drove away from everybody at the end.
Yeah, but he didn't have the best car.
Okay.
He might have had the best car for the last 20 laps, but for the majority of the race, it seemed like you could have made an argument for a couple of drivers.
Well,
at the end, Elliott's car held up the best.
That's kind of what I meant, because at the end of the race, nobody was going to catch you.
No, at the end of the race, it was done. But you could argue with 30 laps left, it was a serious race.
For a
Elliott
while, I thought Truex listened to the show, because after Reichel just absolutely open fire spit roasted him last week.
Yep.
He was
left him for dead.
Ran in the top 5 almost all day until falling off the cliff. So.
How'd that go for me?
Yeah.
The only play I won the matchup.
And then Truex turned around and pulled a Ric Flair and said, I will never retire, because he said he's coming back next year too.
Truex got the extension, so he knows that he can just finish the race in 20th every time, and he's still going to get paid.
And then, I still find it amazing, just off topic. I forgot to bring it up on the regular show, Scott. Jack Sock has made $12 million. That is just astounding to me.
2-time Wimbledon champion in doubles.
Astounding still. You guys should throw your dollars in a pool, and the winner of the NASCAR weekend collects it all. I don't know if I'd want to bet everything on NASCAR.
on a road course? I can guarantee you, since I'm on vacation, I can say this. I will not be watching this race.
Fair enough.
Can I say that? I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it.
You can officially say that. All right. So our mid-range picks, the guys that we wanted to finish in the top 5, all finished in the top 10. But outside of the 5th, Rye and Chris each had Bell. He finished 8th. Scott and I each had Logano. He finished 9th. And our long shots, the guys that we expect to finish in the top 10, all finished in the top 20. Just one of those weeks. Ryan, Rachel had Almirola. He finished 17th. Chris and I each had Ricky Spinhouse. He finished 16th. So we were unbelievably consistent.
Yeah. Almirola, truth is, wasn't even very good. He just finished in the top 20.
Yep. And Rye had Chastain over Larson. It was he got there. Larson finished 4th. Chastain still beat him. Scott had Blaney over Truex. That was a good one. Wasn't for most of the race, but it ultimately ended up being. I had Almirola over Suarez. That was, I think he finished 2 spots behind him. And Chris had Suarez over Chastain, and that
that didn't pan out.
Not pan out. So, that being said, we're headed to Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Anybody know where that is? Scott, you're a Wisconsin 4-year transplant. Do you know where Elkhart Lake is?
I do. It's in the Midwest.
Fantastic. See, now that's the kind of journalism that we've been looking for and missing on this show.
Can't say I've never been
lesson for today.
I've never been there, so there you go. It's somewhere in the middle of the country.
He's got a goddamn journalism degree.
It's like Omaha, somewhere in middle America.
Well, there's 45 different Omahas, kind of like Springfield, so you can kind of pick and choose.
So I have been to Elkhart Lake. I've been through there. Just
so where is it?
It's north of Milwaukee. It's kind of by like Sheboygan, where Manitowoc, where any of those places are?
I know where Sheboygan is. How far is it from Janesville?
I know Sheboygan, I know Manitowoc, but I don't know the place where the race is.
It's I only know those places because I did like shitty one-nighters at bars in December. So
take a left turn at the Cow and watch for the big red barn, and you're there.
It is beautiful country up there, man. Fond du Lac, like right on the lake and shit. It's beautiful country. So. All right. So there you go. That's where that's going to be. Rye, you like this course, right? Tell me about it.
I do. This is a good one. Yeah, the Road of America. This is a road course. It is a big road course. It's 4.048 mile track.
Jesus.
It has a lot of elevation, 14 turns. There are passing zones, but it's narrow track, so I expect 2 wide at the most. This track has never been repaved. They are actually scheduling a repave in the off season, so tire wear will be big here. This is the 3rd of 6 road courses for the series. The other 2 road courses, Trackhouse won both of them. I'm using Coda and Watkins Glen to cap this, and same tire as the Circuit of Americas. This is also going to be a strategy race. If you have a problem, you have to go to pit road. You're going a long way.
All right. Oh yeah, that's a great point. If you go right past the pits and you have a problem, you've got to go over 4 miles back to the pit. That's not going to be good. Not going to be good at all. Ice fishing, says JC Stone. Ice fishing during the pit stops. Hey, James S is here. What's up, James? Yo. What's up? This is the Quick Trip 250. By the way, it's not, if you live in the Midwest, it's not that Quick Trip. It's the other Quick Trip. It's the Quick Trip that's spelled with a KW that you see a lot of in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and I think they're in Iowa. Maybe Quick Star in Iowa.
Big fan, by the way.
Big fan of Quick.
I actually am. I think it's a great place. Big fan.
I don't remember. I know I've been to them before, but I don't remember. How are they? What did you like about them? Do they have anything like especially delicious, or
they got
like
it's a grocery store, but they also can make you like hot food at the place, so you can straight up have either a sandwich or like even some mac and cheese or something simple. But it's like a combo between, I can't say a drive-through, but imagine being able to get groceries while also being able to order some fast food, like a Brahms. They had grilled cheese. You can have burgers and stuff just while you're picking up some eggs.
All right,
like it's just a solid combination.
Not a bad thing at all. So that's the sponsor this week. Let's get to it, guys. Quick reminder: we'll pick one. Each of us will pick one favorite, one mid-tier pick that we expect to be top 5, one long shot that we'd be delighted if they got to the top 10, and we will pick a matchup as well. Last week's winner, who did I say it was? Like Chris? Yeah, that's right. So Chris, as last week's runaway winner, topping Rye by a single point.
That's what Spinhouse does for you.
You get the option, sir. Are you going to pass or play?
We're going to punt.
All right. That's going to kick it to Rye. Rye's at the top of the list, and he's going to lead it off. Rye, who's your favorite in this race?
I like Ross Chastain this week. A big part of that is since Trackhouse has been the two winners, they always have their cars ready for this race. Last three races, he was 5th at Nashville, 7th at Sonoma, 8th at Gateway. Last year, he was 7th in this race. He's one of the 4 drivers to finish in the top 10 in both events, and he's the only one to win it. He's been hot this season, and I'm staying with the momentum. He's second with points, second in average finish at 11.3, and he has one race won, top 5 and a top 10.
All right, very good. And I've got him at plus 700. Do you have a better price on that?
I think I got him at 800, but I haven't looked.
Yeah, DraftKings has him at 8.
DraftKings has him at 8. All right.
Yeah, I did see him somewhere at 850, but right. Let me see if I can figure where that was. I think it was FanDuel had him at 850.
Okay, got that. Very good. Chastain at 800, unless we can find a better number.
Yeah, our FanDuel has him at 850.
850 at FanDuel. Sold. All right, very good. I'm going to go with Elliott in this one. Elliott. He they have won.
Riding the favorite 2 weeks in a row.
Yep, I am. He's been outstanding at the road courses. He's run 14. He's run 14 races of road courses, 6 wins, 10 top 5s, including winning here the last time they raced it. I've got to go chalk again. Didn't quite work out for me last week. I'm going to take the chalk one more time. Give me Elliott plus 500.
Cool.
All right, and let's move on.
Nobody said anything when you said that. So. Cool. Yeah, there you go.
You're an idiot. All right, moving on. Rachel.
So for just a brief announcement here, I'm actually going to pick 4 drivers that I like. One's going to be an honorable mention. So for the scoring system that Steen is so proud of, I'll stick with the 3. But there's a 4th one I'll throw out there at the end. So starting off with my favorite, I'm going to go with Kyle Busch at 13-1 on Barstool. He's plus 900 at most books. Barstool is 13-1. Thank you. I'll take advantage of that. He finished 3rd in last year's race despite starting 40th, which I find extremely impressive to jump up 37 spots in a road course. And he also won the Xfinity race last year. So it's been a while since they ended up running this race last year in NASCAR, had a long hiatus before that, but they have been running it in the Xfinity series for pretty much every year. So I have been using Xfinity results to kind of help me pick some racers. I'm going to go with Kyle Busch because he's been good in the Xfinity, was good here last year, and I'm getting good value picking up an extra plus 400. So give me Kyle Busch at 13-1.
Very good, sir. And last, but certainly possibly least, it is Chris King. Chris, who you got?
I'm going to go with Blaney again for the second straight week. He's at plus 1,500 at Caesars, which is better than the plus 1,200 he has a lot of other places. Okay. He ran 6th at Sonoma. He's finished in the top 6 in each of his last 3 races overall. And he runs fairly well on the road courses. I'm going to take a swing at him here and see if he can get that win he needs at this point of the season.
All right, very good. And for the mid-range pick, I will start it off, and I'm going to go with our with Chase Briscoe on this one. Let me see if I can find a better price than what I have him at. Nope, looks like 2,500 is the number on Senior Briscoe.
Well, Caesars has him at 3,000.
At 3,000?
Yep.
All right, I will take it. Now, he has not had a ton of success in the past on the road courses. I really didn't like a ton of the mid-range picks, but he did finish in 6th place last year when they ran there. So I'll go ahead and take a shot on my mid-range pick being Mr. Briscoe, and that's plus 350 to finish in the top 5. Rochelle, who you got?
So, unlike you, I actually love the mid-range pick, so I actually have 2 of them. One of them I can give out both now, honestly. The one I'm going with for the sake of the scoring, I'm going with Austin Cindric at 16-1 on Fox Bet. He finished top 2 in 2 of his last 3 Xfinity races here, and he actually led 2 laps in last year's race. He finished horribly because he had car trouble, but he was running very well before the car trouble actually happened. He's finished top 7 in each of the last 2 overall races, so he has been pretty solid recently. Very solid road course driver, and he is plus 235 on Barstool to finish top 5. But it's a younger driver who's been very good on the road courses, and he's been good in the Xfinity Series here. So I'm going to take Cindric here at 16-1.
All right, very good. Got you down. Chris, give me a mid.
I'm going to go with the guy who won at Sonoma. I'm going to go with Suarez. He's going off at, I think, 15-1 to win. Finish in the top 5. It's plus 180. Like Rye said, Trackhouse has won both the road courses. It was Chastain, and then it was Suarez. So he took Chastain. I might as well go with the other one.
All right, very good. And wrapping up the mid-range picks, who you got, Mr. Cape?
Yeah, I'm on Cindric too. He's in the Cup Series because of his road racing skills, and I think this is a great one for him. Same thing. He's been on his 3-race stretch has been his best in the Cup Series so far, and I think he does very well here.
All right, we got you at 1,600 plus 235. Who's your other one, Reichel?
I'm looking at Tyler Reddick at 25-1 on Bet Online as my honorable mention here. He finished 8th in last year's race. He finished 3rd here in the 2019 Xfinity race. But the main reason why I gravitated towards him and Busch, because both of them, well, especially Reddick in this case, he's going to be running the Xfinity race leading up to the NASCAR race this year. So we should have extra practice on the course because he's going to be racing a day early. So I like the fact that he's going to be potentially feeling some things out, experimenting a bit, and then he'll be able to use that for this upcoming NASCAR race. But Reddick, he's in the Xfinity race this year. Maybe that parlays over to success in the NASCAR race. But I like 25-1.
All right, very good. So Scott, giving you the bonus pick, trying to really get out over his skis there.
We're not counting it for the overall points, but I did like him, and I was kind of torn between the two. But since Ryan and I agreed, I guess we have another driver to throw out there.
All right, very good. Very good indeed. All right. Chris, who's your long shot?
As much fun as I've had making fun of him all year, especially when Reichel picks him, I'm going to go with Michael.
Hang on. I think I started wrong. It started Rye, me. Nope. Sorry, it's Scott. I was
okay.
All right, so save that thought. Put a pin in it, sir.
Work for me.
Scott, who's your long shot?
So, while Scott disliked the mid-range, I despised the long range. I hate everybody in here, but I ended up going with Cole Custer at 150-1 on BetMGM. He's finished top 9 in each of his 3 career Xfinity races here, and I mentioned it for Reddick. Custer will be racing in the Xfinity race, so I'm hoping that he learns something about the track and that parlays into success in the NASCAR race here. And he's also top, let me just find out the exact number here. He's plus 475 on BetMGM to finish top 10. And he's plus 300 to finish top 10 on DraftKings. So I'll take the extra plus 175. It's a hell of a deal. Give me Custer at 150-1, who's had success here and some overall experience in the past.
Now that would be the way to end the show right there. Hitting your 150-1 is the winner.
Yep.
That's a mic drop right there.
I'll take the plus 475 though. I'm not greedy,
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, sir. Chris, now.
Like I said, I've had fun picking on Reichel when he picks this guy. I'm going to go with Michael McDowell.
Good. Welcome aboard.
He finished 3rd at Sonoma. He's been decent on road courses. This has probably been his best season when you get right down to it. And like Scott also said, the long shots, there's some really long ones out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go with McDowell. I think he's plus 180 or something like that to finish in the top, or 150 to finish in the top 10. Just going to check and see if there's any other numbers out there.
I'm gonna check BetMGM first because they gave me that absurd line on Custer. So let's see what we got here.
I've got even 300 on Bet Online.
Well, that's even better.
McDowell, yeah, I only see 125 unfortunately on BetMGM.
Yeah, I saw 165 on Bet Rivers, but and 160 on FanDuel, but 300. Apparently somebody's got to throw out some weird lines.
I'm going to break out the Barstool just in case, of emergency. So I'll break out the Barstool.
Maybe like plus 12 billion on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Let me see what we got.
I think that's where I got on Barstool.
Well, you got what on Barstool?
McDowell.
Oh, let me just see what we got here. You guys can keep talking. I'm just gonna look it up.
All right, and I've got him at plus 150 to finish top 10.
Can I interest you in plus 5? What is it? Plus 520? No, it's top 5. Sorry. Yeah, plus 165 on Barstool. So
Yeah, that's
take the 3-1 and run.
Okay. All right, 300 to 1 and plus 165. Very good. Rye, who's your long shot?
I am also on McDowell. Same thing with Cindric. This is his background, road racing. As Chris said, he's having the best season of his year. 6 top 10s this year. And we need to win to make the playoffs. And I feel like he's going to be in the playoffs this year.
Wow. Okay.
So it's either here or Daytona.
Okay. Very solid. And I'm going to round it up, and I'm going to go with Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch having a kind of a surprisingly good season. Hasn't quite recaptured all the old magic, but he's been very, very solid.
He was at the Cubs game today.
Yeah.
Not a bad road racer.
Super fade.
His last 14 road races finished top 10 6 times, in the top 5 3 times. Hasn't broken through for the win, but you know what? Stranger things have happened. I've got him plus 2,800. Kind of a drop in the bucket compared to you guys in your long shots, but I'll take 28 to 1 for Kurt Busch. And as far
I got him at 30 to 1.
All right, very good. I'll take that, and I've got him even money to make the top 10. Anybody do better than that?
What do you say it was for top 10?
Money plus 100.
Top 10. I found. Let me see what I got. Oh, he's actually minus 148 on Barstool. Okay, that's a rock. That's Kyle, I think. Wait.
Yeah.
He's plus 130 on Barstool.
All right.
Yeah, as I said, that's what I see. His plus. Bet Rivers says him at plus 132.
All right, very good.
By the way, what was the line on McDowell to win?
McDowell to win 300 to 1.
300 to 1. Which book had 300 to 1?
Yeah, I think you got it crossed up with the top 10 one that we were talking about.
No,
yeah,
I've got
Rachel said 300 on the top 10.
No.
Yeah,
No,
300 is top 10.
Plus 300.
Yes.
He's 300 to 1 to win. I'm looking at it on Bet Online.
Bet Online is 300 to 1.
Yes.
You have to auto bet that right now because he's 50 to 1 on BetMGM.
Yeah, he's 50 to 1 pretty much everywhere. Well,
are you sure you're not looking at the championship?
FanDuel had him at 44 to 1, and Bet Rivers had him at plus 4,000. So I'll take 300.
I'm assuming you're looking at the championship.
I am. You're right. How about 40 to 1? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
so
I'll take the 50 to 1 that everybody else has.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. All right, that does make.
That's why you threw me for a loop there. I'm like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, I thought he was still talking about the top 10 when he said 300.
No, I rolled onto the championship. You're exactly right, Rochelle. All right, sorry about that, guys.
So you did put the 300 for the top 10, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Just making sure.
All right, no worries. All right, let's go on to matchups. Chris, who you got?
I'm going to take Chastain over, I think it's, Kurt Busch. I just don't I don't have the faith that you do. Or, sorry, Kyle Busch, not Kurt. I don't have the faith in Kyle Busch here. Busch's road course finishes were 28th and 30th this year. Chastain, of course, won the first one, finished 7th at Sonoma. And just going back to like we said about how Trackhouses had good work on the road courses, and Joe Gibbs Racing at Sonoma went 26, 27, 30, and 31. I'll take Chastain at minus 115.
Okay. Rye, who you got?
Yeah, so I'm on a fade of Toyota this week, but I do like Bell over Hamlin for plus 100. Bell, his only Cup Series win was at the Daytona Road Course. He was runner-up here last year, and he's just been running well. He's been consistent. So I think he handles Hamlin pretty good.
Okay. All right. Very good. Yeah, I really thought about Bell too. I didn't hate that. I'm going with Suarez over Allmendinger. We talked about this before. Suarez been a good all-round driver, and Chris has him as his mid-range pick. I think he's penciled in for a top 10 finish in this one.
You're taking him over a Hammenegger?
Yep, I'm taking him over the Dinger at -110. Scott, what you got?
So I'm also going to go with an all Toyota matchup here. I'm a big believer in the don't fix what isn't broken philosophy. So I got Kyle Busch over Martin Truex Jr. Kyle Busch finished third here, as I said, last year, despite starting 40th. Won the Xfinity race, and Truex has finished 12th or worse in 8 of his last 11 races. I know he's been decent here, but once again, Truex has had a terrible year. And based on the line that I'm getting at -115 on DraftKings, I'm going to keep fading Truex until it doesn't work. So give me Busch over Truex.
That was very handy. I only had to change the first name from your pick from last week. Everything else stayed the same.
Truex, yeah, pretty much. But I mean, until Truex screws me, he can be great for 90% of the race. But if he's going to fall apart late, I don't really care.
Yep, you're dead to me, Truex. All right, very good. All right, just to recap here real quick. Rye, tell us who you got.
I have Ross Chastain to win. I have Austin Cindric. I have Michael McDowell. And then I have Bell over Hamlin.
Very good, sir. I've got Chase Elliott at +500.
Elliott. Every time.
We are nothing if not children.
Yep.
I have Briscoe at +3,000, +350 for top 5. And I have Kurt Busch, the venerable veteran, at 30-1, +130, top 10. And my matchup is Daniel Suarez over AJ Allmendinger at -110. Scotty.
So I got Kyle Busch at 13-1. I have Cindric at 16-1, and I have Cole Custer at 150-1 because why not? And then
what did you say Kyle Busch was? You had Kyle Busch's favorite, right?
Yeah, Kyle Busch favorite was 13-1 on Barstool.
Thank you.
And my bonus one I gave out was Reddick at 25-1. Right. But for my matchup, I got Kyle Busch over Truex at -115 on DraftKings.
All right, very good. Chris, bring us on home.
Yeah, like I said, I went with Blaney. He comes up at 1,500 at, I think it was Caesars. Then Suarez is also 15-1. For the long shot, Michael McDowell, 50-1. And then the matchup, I went with Chastain over Kyle Busch at -150.
All right, we've got McDowell at 50-1 now. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's 50-1.
Okay. Yep, you said 40, and we found 50.
Okay.
Bet MGM at 50.
All right, guys, there you go. So hopefully if you learn nothing else, you learn the importance of having multiple books if available to you. So don't forget to do that. Please, one more time, we ask you to like and subscribe. Like our videos, subscribe to our channels. If you want to listen to it in a non-video type setting, we do have it available on podcast. That should be there at your favorite podcast platform. So check that out as well. I want to thank these 3 guys for doing the show today. Thank you all for checking us out. Any final thoughts from anybody?
Yeah, we know Rachel's not going to watch it.
Okay, that's right. Rachel's going to be on the beach. I think he can be excused. Very good.
Custer's last stand, 150-1. Let's go.
Nice.
That'd be nice.
It had to be done. So,
at some point, I had to say it.
Yeah, no question about it. All right, you guys have a great weekend. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Hope everybody has a great holiday weekend. Enjoy the fireworks. Stay healthy. Don't shoot off any digits. Leave it to the pros, or at least leave it to the sober people. I think that's the best compromise we can come up with. So until next Friday, wish you nothing but the best. Hope every one of those plays turns into cash money. You guys take care, and we'll see you next week.